Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever back again. The most amazing city of Neuve Revergrad. We have got to start time before the video started. Like I said, I normally pause it. I have been running it a little bit to get some things done. We are getting our railroad track, which is good because I didn't think of this. Well, wait a minute. I planned this out ahead of time like any fine Soviet leader would. But no, we didn't have these railroad stations completely done, the train platforms. So I started working on the bypass one, which is really kind of fine when you think about it, because then we are, we can get a train going slightly faster in theory, though I think we're going to be done building these tracks, and I really need to get this other loop done as well. So what I think I'm going to do is come over here to start the episode, and I think I want to cancel this one and just rethink what they're working on, just to make sure, because let's see, they have to get in and use different tracks. So that means one guy's going to have to go on this one, which means he'll have to work on things from this end, which is a little bit awkward, but at least he won't collide with anyone else. Oops, did I close that? Okay, let's open it again. There we go. All right, so the one guy will have to come in on this track, and then that means the other guy should really just stay focused on this other track, I think, because like at this point, this guy can get all of this done. And since we're so close to the bypass track sort of being done, why don't we get this guy to come in here, and he can finish up this from the other way, at least until a certain point. And then this guy, yeah, it's going to be a little awkward for him too, but he stopped working on this track because this station wasn't done. And this station's still not done, so he can't work on this one, which means probably the best thing for him to do for now is to work on that. But let's make sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm doing what I can to get into here. Let's make sure these roads are assigned. Nope, it's not assigned, so because this one's not done yet. So we got 3 construction offices trying to get this one done. And it's just slow. We don't have really close construction offices, and I'm trying to get a bunch of other stuff done down here, but nonetheless, we're making progress. And one of the reasons for saying all of that is, our steel is running, it should be, but we're not getting a huge number of people at times. But at least we always have coal when we do have people, and eventually this train will get filled up and move on. So same thing over here. This is pretty much the only guy I'm kind of focusing on over here. So I'm just letting this guy do whatever he wants. Other than that, I think we have all of the tracks done. Oh, good. Look, we got another. Yeah, I don't really want to get until we're comfortable with the railroad track. So all of these tracks should be electrified. You know what? I can get this guy working on that one. The problem is I've sort of run out of tracks for him to work on unless I want to stop the other guy. There we go. So you can work on that at least. And this track, yeah, look, they're working their way into here now. So the construction crew of the month is doing quite well. Now the other thing to do, probably, maybe I'll do it if we end up pausing the video. They're still working, so, or at least one of them is. So I'll let them go, but I do want to get all that track electrified at some point, of course. And then this, I was actually planning on sending the other guys up the other way to come into here and finish this up. But one of the things I'd like to do is I've noticed we're really not getting many cars out for some reason. You can see, look, I got this guy going right in there. I guess that's fine. But yeah, I have him waiting now. So we're just really not getting too many. But I did add the Quarry's car dealership over here. And I think what I want to do at this point is stop taking cars over there and just see if we can't get our cars going over here a little more quickly. Over here a little more quickly. And in order to do that, I'm thinking we should get another train. Let's see, this train goes where? This train goes to Quarry's train platform, which would be this one. So we have this one covered. Oops. And then, do we get any workers at this one yet? Oh yeah, look, we get a few. So I think it's worth ramping up the number of workers. And then this one, yeah, they have a train coming there too. Okay, so let's go get another one of our favorite train sets and send them over here. Which would be, I guess we probably could build, oh, there it is. We already had it ready to go, right? Yep, and that would be town train platform. We just, by we, I mean the train engineers forgot to get that started. All right, so, yeah, so let's just see what happens if we start that guy up. Good. We don't even have to spend the money on that. Most wonderful. So there we go. So now the other thing I thought to do was, I don't have workers coming to here. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to cause many problems or not, but I'm certainly willing to put workers on here because we're just not getting that many. And part of the reason for this was to get people closer to the train stations. So let's allow workers to come into each one of these trolley stops. And then I think each of our trolleys would pick up workers, right? Let's make sure. Where are our trolleys? Yeah. So they would get workers if they could. So we'll see if that doesn't, you know, at least help a little bit when it comes to that. Now, how many professors? Yeah, you know what? We don't need, well, we are educating a lot of people, aren't we? Let's just take that down a little bit. Not that it matters that much. But once we get caught up on the number of uneducated people, we should be a little bit better shape. So is this guy picking up? Yeah, we'll see if we get workers here. We'll get that other train over here. That'll ramp that up. Eventually, we'll make enough cars to fill up that truck and start getting some over here. Yeah, look, he's already got 4. He sort of seems to wait, but then he doesn't pick up another 4. And I'm not sure I fully understand that. Now, let's go take a look over here. Now, this car dealership, this is... We were trying to get the bus built here, that's right. And we don't have this road done, but we do have it assigned for work. And we were building another, and we don't have, the laggy is getting worse. And when I'm not playing with the recording, it's not as laggy. And when we play on the other live stream, which I'm assuming is pretty similar in its effect, it's the same exact software, even though I am live streaming versus writing to the disk. You know, it doesn't seem to be as bad when we're doing that. So it's definitely a combination of the map and the recording is making it a little bit worse. So we'll see. We need to get... Nobody's going over here and buying cars and taking them back to the parking lot. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if it's because they're too far from the parking lot that it's more efficient to go other ways. Like if this one were here, or if we put some footpaths in. This doesn't have like footpath roads to it. So we'll have to consider that. Let's just see. But let's get it to where let's try the bus thing first and see if it's just a matter of they can't go to the car dealership except for like the few houses. Oh yeah, this is a reason for me to pause because we're getting low on educated people. And it's just so boring reshuffling the educated people that I probably will pause here in a minute or 10. Let's get other things done. Yeah, so we're plugging away at these roads. Look, that road looks like it's about to be done. Which one is that? Probably this one. No? Oh, then it gets to the next phase. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's keep going around and visiting what we need to visit. We're getting quite a bit of money. At some point, yeah, well, at some point we'll see. We need to do something with our money here, and we are trying to spend it. We're just loaded up on steel. So we're over here. This is all the way down. Sorry, I keep buzzing around so fast. This is GW Distribution, and we have this construction crew who should be working on these roads, because I do want to get into this construction crew at some point to rescue them. They kind of got cut off by road constructions. And then we have this here. Now, one of the things we need to do for planning, so this is our construction crew, just to get another one working down this way on these things, on Moscow, is I want to finish up the rail connection over to here. And I don't think there's any particular reason to delay that, other than we just don't have that much steel going for us. So if we look down over here and see how we're doing with this, you know, we are building and constructing things, but the problem is, like, we have no steel left in our steel that's down this way. So you can see this truck, what is he doing? Yeah, see, he's waiting to take more stuff over to rail cargo station. And, yeah. So, but we're getting there. It's just, you know, how are we doing on this steel mill? And then there was the suggestion, Steve reminded me of getting that other steel mill fired up. And I think because we have so much money, that may be worth it. I mean, this guy's doing okay. We're having issues with coal. You know, one of the things I think I would definitely like to do if we ever redo Energinisk, is just the busing up here is a bit of a mess, especially considering that this railroad track, these roads cross this railroad track. And that's just, it's just a mess, to put it like. It just blocks the trains all up, or the buses all up, and then we don't get good workers up here. And then the other thing we could probably really have used is a storage yard for the coal. So it's like at times we have problems with this, or this may be running well, but we don't have enough people somewhere else, and we're not really, we're counting on using this storage inside of there. So might have been good, but I don't know. Really, it's just a matter of getting enough people up to that coal mine, which is just so far away from Energinisk over there, or far enough away that it's just really not going that well with busing. So, in any event, live and learn, right? This is something that was designed a long time ago, and it's been chugging away, making us steel. Look, they say now we're building up a little bit of extra coal, which is good. So we will get a train out. I think, you know, we've got hundreds of tons of steel that are sitting on trains right now. But so why don't we head over there and see about firing this guy up? It means we're going to have to buy another train, but that's okay. We got plenty of money. And let's see, do we have... Yeah, see, we have tons of workers sitting there waiting to do... They have nothing to do over here. And there's no... Is there any... Oh, what is this guy? Oh, yeah, look, you're still taking workers out there, aren't you? Okay. Well, that's good. Well, let's get you fired right up then. Yeah, let's purchase with there and there. There we go. Immediately making steel. So now is this... Yeah, that should all be electrified. And let's go get another train that... You know, because we're going to use this steel train eventually anyway. And this reminds me there's something else we need to do. I don't know. Well, let's try something different. Because why not? Let's see what the most powerful... 6,400. But that is a powerful train. 61. Let's try one of these. 6,100. Oh, wait a second. Is that a... Oh, that's like a double... That's interesting. Doesn't look like the picture, but... Okay. Well, then let's go to cargo wagons, and I don't know why we wouldn't get the biggest. 67, 79. Oops. Yeah, we'll get 4, I guess, is enough. Maybe too many. And I want you to go to here and pick up steel. Now... Yeah, my thought is that, look at all those dots. I never noticed the dots being selectable. Oh, look, is that... Everything is a waypoint. That's very interesting. You don't need to put in waypoints. Every one of these signs is now a waypoint. That's interesting. I think I like that. Okay, but anyway, let's send him on a loop that will be somewhat... Yeah, we don't want to stop there. Stop there. So unload. steel and wait, and then come here and unload your steel, and you might as well get started while I figure out the rest of your thing. And then where would we come from there? You know, I don't know. I guess for the moment we'll just have you come back to here. Did I get that right? Yeah, Tupafalu. And let's unload there. All right, and you're not waiting there or there, but you're going to wait to load. Okay, so that should be good. Because that, you know, we'll just have this guy go right to where the steel is needed. And just in case that other one down there is full, which probably won't happen anytime soon, he'll just, and it's kind of semi on his way back at that point, right? But that should get us some more steel in the mix. Hopefully it doesn't hurt our money too much. And there we go. So we got 11 steel being made, and that's a good thing. All right, another thing I want to do in preparation for, here, let's see, how are we doing? We just want to check this real quick. Yeah, no, we're still, let's make sure we're not, no, I can see the one's moving. Just wanted to make sure we're still moving along there. And while we're up here, do we still have you? Yeah, you're still working. Because I wanted to come up here, and one of the things that we're definitely going to need, if we look over on the other side, the same story, we need to get schools and kindergartens in and around this area, and even some sports. So what I'm thinking of is building a little road that goes this way. And it should be the fancy road. Let's just put on this so I can make it relatively straighter. Right, I don't think there's ever going to be another railroad track back there. And if so, we'll deal with it. But we cut that off if it's too much. So this would give us like access back into here. Now I don't think we need any more people. So what I'm picturing is maybe, oh, building it away. How far back? Okay, so look over here. Too far probably. Now, you know what? Let's just see what that looks like. Can we get a footpath? Yeah, as long as we can, it's still too close though. I don't like that. Even though we probably messed up our road. No. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it doesn't quite need to be that long. Now, if we put the road there, now, you know what? I think I've already changed my mind. Can I, you know what? I want to do something a little different. I think I want to put a non-walkie road, kind of like this. And then we'll make the walking road like that. Because I think that'll leave us more room. We could squeeze a footpath in between these. So let's go back over to what the education. Yeah, see, I'm not going to be able to get that in there. But I could get this maybe off the end. Yeah, that's a little bit awkward, or a lot awkward, but the road disappeared. All right, let's go back and fix that. And right, and then we could probably get a footpath over to it from here. Yeah, we're not going to get a footpath in between, unfortunately, but that's kind of okay. And then, yeah, I don't think we're going to get a school in here, are we? Let's go check. No, because it's up. Yeah, we wouldn't get a school in this way either, so it's just going to be really tight. I mean, yeah, can we level? I really thought I could get one in there. On the other side, we have them over here. We may need to lose a house, is what we may need to do. Yeah, let's... because I think it's going to be more important to get the school in. Yeah, let's spin this guy around this way. Right, and then can we get another house in? Just to make up for the one that we demolished there. Yeah, we're not going to do it right there. Can we get a house in here? Yeah, we actually could, but that, boy, that's tight. Yeah, I think I'd rather just figure out another way to get another house in. We could probably, well, we don't really need extra houses right there, but then let's also get them while we're here. Some sports. All right. I guess that'll work. And then what was that? That was a tennis court. Let's see, can we put a football field down here? Good, that should get them a fair amount of sports. And then I want to come in and let's get rid of some roads and footpaths until we're ready. So they don't have 70 million. All right, and then we'll at least part of this do a fancy road. I think that's all we need for the moment. We could talk about, yeah, you know what I think I'd like to do? Let's see, can we get, let's get another kindergarten down here. Sorry. Yeah, so let's level this. We can get it a lot closer to those railroad tracks and be able to get a footpath. Yeah, might as well just make that. Yeah, it's not so bad. And that way, yeah, let's finish up our road doing thing. Yeah, oops, one more. Right, so that should be one assignment as opposed to many. There, good. We'll have a kindergarten down at either end. We have a school here. We lost one house, which we'll just sort of have to make up for, but that's okay. I think most of these people should be able to get to all that stuff. And if they can't, maybe they, we'll see. We may have to put some footpaths across this way, like for this back house, but we'll just see how it goes. Certainly going to be in better shape than we were before. And probably could do some footpaths here without messing up anything else. Yeah, can we get a footpath? I think, yeah, that's a little awkward. Will these attach? Nah, see, it wants to jump right across there, but that's okay. That's, yeah, there we go. So that would get them into there. Get those two houses covered. I don't want to attach that up. Yeah, anybody from this house is going to go to this kindergarten, so that gets these people up to there. And then, can we get... Oh, stop that. Like, will you... Yeah, there you go. It's amazing the difference a millimeter can make. Right, so that should give them a little bit more of a straight shot over to that. And then the school is a little more centralized. And then we probably would want to do... Yeah, could we do the same thing here? This looks too close. So, I mean, these guys would be able to walk down here if we can get... say something like this going. Right, so that's going right into this here, but then is there any reason, you know, where does this end? Yeah, that ends, so we could probably do, you know, I don't know if we're going to get, yeah, let's go a little bit longer with this one, and then right, good. So now we have all of that. Okay, we could start assigning those things. So there we go. So we'll have school, kindergarten over here, so we'll be that much more ready to get that going. It does look like our guy's making progress here, and then the other one, yeah, we need to get this train done, but he should be working, yep, on this track here. Now, are they jammed up or something? No, they're moving. Good. All right, let's get rid of that wireframe. I don't know if that hurts with the lag or not. And this guy, just trying to keep this guy doing the most vital things. Like, yeah, see, look, we can actually start doing this hospital, which is not that urgent, but, and then really, probably even before I selected that, I should have, nah, we're still not done this road. Really want to get that train track done so we can complete this loop. Though, like I said, we are working for now. Good. So there we go. So that's another thing I wanted to accomplish. Little minor, but that'll let us get at least this part. And then when we redo this section, we'll keep that in mind a little bit better. And hopefully maybe put our schools right in the middle of this without, you know, you kind of have the debate. Everybody needs to be close to where they need to go. So we'll see. Yeah, and then we could start. What are you doing? Oh, you're working on that one down there. But really, without, the only problem with starting to use this, which we really could, is just that we're going to be in the way of our own construction crew, and that's a bit of a pain. And then these guys, look at that. They're working all the way into here. They are the construction crew of the year. Do you have any problems? No. All right, let's go see how our, yeah, we have this railroad bridge thing to look at and think about. Because I definitely do want to get, I think one of our next, well, I'll explain it in a minute. Let's just go see how our, oh yeah, look, we got some cars. And they're using them. Where are you going, buddy? Town parking lot. So where are you going? You're going over there? Nope, you did like a little Louie in the middle, or Yui in the middle of the road. Yep, going across the bridge. You know what? We got to get this one worked on. Yeah, where are you going? You're going a good distance, which I'm happy about. Let's get this guy. Oh, you're going to get gas. Is that really the closest place you have to get fuel? Yeah, we can have them work on this one. Yeah, I guess we need to get them a fuel station somewhere down in here, don't we? That's a house. There's nothing. I don't want to block the way over there, but could we get a little fuel station in here? I think that's too tight. That's a road cargo station. We want this. Yeah, it's just doesn't like tracks and or light electricity and buildings in the same. Yeah, see, it's not going to let us put it underneath of those electrical. Yeah, there's kind of a good amount of open space right there. Like we could. Yeah, I wonder if I should just bring this road out straight. At least it'll give them an option on this side of town. Right, and then we... Yeah, we won't need that at all. And then we'll just put like a regular road like that. And then a dirt road. regular road and delete the little N there. And then we can assign the other one. I'm not assigning too much because they should be auto searching at least some of this stuff. So yeah, we get them working on that. That'll be a little while and a little bit of over assigning. Good. So there we go. We even have some people down in here, and eventually, you know, I think we'll be. Like I said, I didn't want to build too much in the way of houses, in part because our population, but now we're getting back up to almost 1,000 plus 21s. I think it may be worth building some houses down in here again, especially as we figured out that we got some things. Now, I see people have cars, but I'm not exactly sure what they're doing with them. I mean, I guess they just drive around town. Do they, you know, can they reach? Let's just see. Yeah, they will be able to reach over to the firehouse there, but not here. So I was trying to think of a way to sort of measure it, just to see, because Nino had commented that they'll go 1,000. So the question is, what I'd really like to do is get them up over to here. Let's zoom way out, and that would definitely be under 1,000 if they had a more direct road. It's just that I guess it's too far to kind of like loop around and over and back into here. Then again, we don't actually have a parking lot up here, do we? For that to kind of test it. But this parking lot, which would be one of the closest, I guess we could have another one a little bit closer, but I'm not sure that would really get them up here anyway. Well, we'll see. We'll have some cars, and hopefully that'll alleviate some of the issues. I don't know. There we go. So what you guys are probably all just going to get fuel. No, where are you going? You're just going to the other side of town. Oh, now they're getting all jammed up in the drive-through bus stop. Yeah, I don't think our drive-through bus stop was the best thing to do right here. I think it gets used way too much and causes way too many traffic jams. There we go. Oh, look, good. At least the cars can go past once the buses aren't jamming it all up. Yeah, they drove across town and did something. I guess is good. You know, not sure how necessary that car trip was, but it can't hurt. At least it didn't seem to hurt, other than it did add to our traffic behind those buses. So we'll see. Well, let's see what happens when we get more and more cars in here. Hopefully we don't get a traffic nightmare happening. And then how are we doing here with our extra train? Hopefully getting a few more cars out. Again, I'm not, until I understand the cars a bit better, I'm not too excited about that. So good. All right, what else? We need to get people. So why don't I pause it, the recording that is, and I will go and I actually will pause the video and I need to get more people, educated people to these towns that don't have a university before I start having crises. And then I'll think of some other things that we're going to do for the rest of the episode. So I will talk to you guys in a few minutes. I have come back down by Moscow and forgot about something. We had a problem with our bricks train. I don't know what he was doing exactly, but he ended up running out of fuel. So I'd like to just sell him off entirely. But the best way to do that is to actually buy an electrical locomotive. Now, hopefully this electric locomotive can go everywhere that guy could. So let's just make sure we buy an electric locomotive and not another. I've done that before. We bought one of these. Yeah, 4,600. We'll have another little green train. That's a little double train. Very good. All right, so now what we want to do is open this one up before we get rid of the other one. Well, we don't have to open it up, but not immediately. Oh, really? You're not letting me? Or is... Yeah, why aren't you letting me? Oh, there we go. Can't click on the back one. You have to click on the front one. There we go. So he'll have the same route. So then what we can do is sell this one. And then move these cars, hopefully, without issue, up to this one. And then start this guy on his way. And hopefully he can do the same route. We will find out when we have a problem. Don't want to spend too much time studying his route right now. I came in here and I leveled a little bit more of this because I think we'll start working on these train tracks. We don't have a ton of steel, but at least I'd like to get it kind of laid out. And then we got this construction office done. So we have a bunch of extra covered wagons. I sent one down here. We don't need one of those. And then I was looking and I thought, well, you know what? We have enough money for the moment. And I'm thinking I just want to make a regular construction crew out of this guy. This one already has kind of everything he needs. And let's see if we can open it up. Maybe we can see better. He's more or less, let's see, he doesn't have like a crane or anything, but he's got 2 excavators. He's got, covered haul. Yeah, he's got a few dumpers and a few buses, which is good because we're going further away. But then I'm thinking maybe, I don't want that little bus for this other guy. We'll just leave this guy alone, though we probably could consider getting rid of this bus and putting another dumper on here. Since if he's a road paving crew, we really don't need that many people. Yeah, let's do that. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to sell this little bus for $376,000. And then we'll go ahead and buy a bigger dumper. Yeah, KMZ dumper there. And no, we need to close this. Oh, yeah, close that. There we go. There's our covered haul pulled in here. So let's get this guy to be a regular construction crew. Now, I think I want 2 buses because they're going to be going a fair ways to get people for most of their constructions. So I think that'll be better. And like I said, this will be a regular crew. So I don't think we have any extra cranes. So let's get the best tower crane, the highest speed. And we're definitely going to need an open haul, if nothing else, to drag around that biggest crane. So hopefully that one's big enough. There we go. So now we have that. So that's a bunch of the stuff taken care of. And then why would you want a personal car in? That's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't understand why you'd want, like usually when you go to purchase things, they only let you purchase things that are pertinent. Like in other words, we can't get an oil tanker here. Why can we buy cars? I guess you can use them directly out of there. That's maybe something worth looking into. Now, bulldozers, I don't want to put I'm just going to move one of those. Once this road gets done here, we'll move this. We have plenty of excavators and bulldozers right up there. We'll just move 2 of them in. So we definitely want to get, I think, at least 2 dumpers. And can we get 2 mixers? Which one? Yeah, 0.9, 12, 12. Okay, which one? Oh, this one. No, 12 of concrete. Yeah, so which one's faster? This one. That's a lot more money for a little bit faster. And so we have crane, dumpers, open haul, covered haul. At this point, let's just make sure. What am I missing? Buses. Yeah, we don't want roller. Yeah, I guess we should go. Maybe let's get an extra open hole. And then let's get an extra dumper and concrete. And if that doesn't work, oh no. Shoot. We need to space for the. Well, no. You know what? We don't. All we need is an excavator here, so we'll just pull an excavator. We don't really need a bulldozer for regular constructions. It's better. You don't really need a bulldozer at all if you have excavators. But when you're doing your road crews, it doesn't hurt if you're going to assign 2 roads to have 2 different of those type vehicles. Does that make sense? And now that I'm looking at it, this guy could we don't want that. There we go. You'd probably get him since he's our road crew over here. So now this guy could start. Yeah, we're going to start getting him. Well, he can help with this road to free that up. But he can also start getting this trolley stop done, which will let us work up into here, and then we'll kind of prioritize this other trolley stop up into there. So good. So we are working on this. Do we want to design this right this minute? No, I want to go up and do one other thing. Let's go back to Tagliati, and I thought of something. We are working diligently on our bus platform up here, but only university-educated people can buy cars. So we don't have a university here at this point. So what I'm thinking of doing, prefer university education. Let's see if that... There we go. See, look, we're selling cars now. So I think what, at least in part, like I did just re-up these to have a bunch of educated over here so that they would go work in our school. See, look, we even have an adult in there. That's not good. So, but anyway, so now people can come from over there. Look, there we go. See? Yeah, I should have, and I know I even looked in a past episode. There we go. Look. So because we're not really university educating that many people over here, we were pretty limited in who could buy a car. So there we go. So, and then I wonder, yeah, I mean, do we really need that limitation over here? I mean, I'm not sure. Well, let's just hold off because, and here's my reason for holding off. We just had a steel train come out and it dropped all of its steel off. And it, I think, well, where was it? Here's a bit of a problem. And this is where this train here is getting the priority and it's going to RevTac Cargo Train Distribution 2. So let's view this building. So in other words, all that steel just went into here. And even though I have it limited to 65%, like that whole train load of steel just went right in towards our car making. So I would like to get that backed up, if that makes sense, so that, you know, like we end up with cars backed up and we're not using so much steel. And I don't want to stop the car thing going forward, but it is sucking up otherwise, you know, useful steel at that point. So we'll just see. We'll keep an eye on the car thing. Hopefully it helps things out. If not, I get the impression it's mostly a prestige kind of thing more so than a practical thing. Another thing I did while we were over here, by the way, is set these guys to electrifying some of this track down to this point where I do want to redesign this track at some time in the near future. So I think we may get to it in this episode, but we may not, and it's all good. Now, another thing, now that we're down over here, is I want to take a look as these trains get up here. How long is their trip? Not when they're leaving, but when they're getting up here. Of course, when I go to do this, there's nobody getting up there. Because what I'm thinking of doing is each one of these is going to one stop. And I'm thinking that we would be better off if each one of them went to 2 stops. So, but I don't want to make it, like if we come here and look, and let's just hover over the workers as best we can. Yeah, total traveling time is just an hour at this point, but let's see what they're at when they get up here. Like, in other words, I don't want it to take too long, because really, could we get them to stop at all 3 and not, and then we would worry about making sure they're pretty well spaced out. Does that make perfect sense? So let's open up all 3 of these guys. This one's this one, and this guy's over here. So let's just see what, because this is the one that's over here right now. And as far as travel, yeah, see, they're only at an hour. Well, they're going to be at like 2 hours at least by the time they get there, but they have 5 hours of travel time, traveling in vehicle 4 hours. So there's not going to be an issue there. And I have a feeling that we could definitely up the number of workers. Yeah, so they're going to be maybe to 3 hours. So let's do that with this guy since he's on his way out there. So where is he? Oh, the Red Tack Auto Town platform. Which one is this? That's this one. So what if we had this guy get done here, and then come to here, and instead of get in and out, all right, we're just going to get in people and just workers. And instead of get in and out here, we're just going to get in workers. All right, you know what? We should probably, why don't we do the same thing here. We'll just do a little bit of an experiment. Load just workers. And then we're going to just see if this works out. So let's, that is that guy or no? Yes, it is. All right, where's these other trains? What's going on? All right, where are you? Okay. So you're that one. So let's see, can we copy your course? There you go. Go up to RevTech Autos. Since you're on your way there already. And then where's the other one? Where is he? Yep, coming back. Yep. Yep, and so they'll each go to each one of the stops. And I think this guy's going to be the first one to do it. So let's just keep another look on this one for a minute here. We don't have to follow them that closely, but let's put this over here maybe. Our money's not going up. So we'll have to see. But take a look, make sure we don't have a traffic jam any place. Okay, so now this guy's getting in 35 workers. Now the other thing will be the spacing. We see like this guy's coming in kind of close. I think what I'll do is, you want to do your spacing, I've learned. So by spacing, I mean, I'm going to take this out. So no train can get any closer than from this signal. Like there'll be a red signal there if there's another train anywhere down to here. So that will space them out to make sure that they're not too close to each other. All right, so now this guy, yep, got up to 67 workers. Now this guy's too close behind him, so hopefully we'll space these guys out a little bit better. And then the other thing will be to get maybe even another train over here, right? There's no particular reason we can't. Now, I'm not too worried about ramping this up too much, but at the same time, yeah, we'll just see. I don't have a problem with working this little bit of an issue out, even though I just got done saying I don't want to use up all my steel. I'm okay with flooding the market with cars and then letting things settle down. You know, we'll have car carrying trucks, you know, waiting at places at that point, as opposed to just trying to stop it. Now, do cars wear out? Like, do we keep having to replace cars like this? You know, if they do they destroy their cars over time? That would make some sense. Like the other vehicles have no maintenance, but yeah, where are you at? Okay, good. You're 149 workers. So I mean, I would expect this guy to be doing the best. And see this one. Yeah, see, there's a bigger gap, but you could definitely see where we could have at least, say, 2 more trains on here, if not 3. And they would still be maintaining a pretty good gap. This one's going to have too big a gap. Now, what is this guy? Yeah, see, he's getting 55 workers. So I definitely think we're getting more workers. My only concern is, you know, these guys, yeah, not too bad, really. I mean, 2 hours. I mean, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and he's not there yet. But I don't think that added enough time to cause a problem. Like, I think we're definitely better off with what I just did. And then, like I said, this, yeah, if that's not a big enough gap, we just need to add more trains. Like, in other words, when this guy comes around, well, yeah, I could get rid of this signal too. There's a signal right there. And I could get rid of that one, and then that would cause the gap to go from all the way from here, like a train would sit there and wait till the other train got all the way down to here. So, oh, why are you going up there? Ah, you know what? That's a thing. Shoot. Yeah, you're going into here. Do we even have no blueprint set? Yeah, well, I guess we might as well get a blueprint set, huh? And I'm thinking, why don't we do something else? You know, like, what else would we need a bunch of? I mean, you know, when it comes to the other vehicles, like I'm tempted to say, like open hauls. And there's only one open haul. Like, could we, this would be the one I would tend to want to set towards, oh yeah, you know what? I really need to think this through better. But yeah, I think even though it's 9 million to do open hauls, I think it would be, let's just try that. Because we can. All right, so these guys will make open hauls. Missing resources, electrical and mechanical components. All right, it looks like we're spending the rest of this episode straightening this mess out. Because what I also want to do is we want to get these guys to stop at both. So this, right in between this, yeah, now we have this whole waypoint thing. Yeah, I think I just want, at this point, let's get rid of this waypoint. And then I want them to go from here to here. All right, I don't think it matters if I take this off, but... And yeah, sure, you can get in and out. I don't really care. And then... where is this guy the other one? Or is that the same one? Let's see. So we're copying this one. Where is this guy? He's over here. Yeah, so now what we want to do is, because they're stopping at both, and I want, yeah, this one's just going to go to there. This one, yeah, we don't have a blueprint. So let's just get like another color car here. How's that sound? So we'll have two factories doing cars. And I like blue. That's a little baby blue. Is there like a darker blue? Like, yeah, this one could be painted, but I like the color. And it gets 4 passengers. That's nice. Could they all get 4 passengers? I would bet. Yeah, so let's buy that one. Cutting into our money a bit, but then we'll have this guy produce blue cars. Good. So now at least when we set this up. So what I want to do, I probably shouldn't have. Get in and out. Yeah, you know what? We're going to just get out. And I want you to get, I don't know how many you're going to end up with, but I mean, 50-50. I don't think it does the percentages as well as I would want. Yeah, and then just get out 100%. I don't know if that is actually how it will work well. But let's go see. Which one are you? You're down here. Yeah, let's close that for a second. Let's copy. Yeah, I think I got it. And then this is another one. Yeah, there we go. So let's see how that works out. Now the problem is we're not. Well, maybe we just let the blue cars build up for the moment, or maybe we split off one of our trucks to go to each one. We're not really, at some point I need to really ramp this up. Okay, so now what I want to do is say, you are going to send people also over to here. Now which one is this? Can I, okay, 3, this is 2. So for 3, I want you to send 67% to here, and then 67% to here. And then this guy, I want you to go here and here, and then same thing, right? So theoretically, if it all balanced out, which I doubt it will, we're going to send the even number to each one of these plants. And then I guess as far as these trucks that we're producing, we'll just have to keep an eye on that and, you know, see how it's going. So what is missing? Okay, electrical components. Why are you... Is it just because we don't have enough of them? Yeah, what do you have in you? So you have... Okay, you're waiting for another load. So yeah, we just don't have enough. Now, let's make sure... Yeah, you know what? Stop exporting these for a little bit. So, because exporting these is going to cause us to use more electrical components, and you're not. So we're just waiting for this truck to get filled up, and then hopefully we'll bring some more over there, and that'll be a good thing. All right. So I think we're all straightened out. I don't really know that, but let's see. Yep, we got 2 blue cars. So what I'm thinking of is you should be... What happened there? Go here. Yeah, so this I want to get rid of. Let's send you to here. Let's delete this. So I don't want him going in there. I just want him to come to here. And then load. Right. There you go. Not sure why he was sitting there waiting, but now he's on his way. And then we should have 2 vehicles coming into here. Yep, this is the other one. So let's take this guy. And he's going down to Revergrad, which I do want him to wait there. And I want him to wait here, but not here anymore. I want you to go to this one. Right? Yeah, load. Delete that one. Let's just make sure I got the right one. Yes. And then we won't send anyone to this one, so hopefully we'll get some electrical components down there. So we should start getting blue cars sent down to old Revergrad's car dealer. Right, and this guy, there we go. So he's just down there waiting because this should be all filled up. Yes. Now the other question is, do we want to take the education thing off here? How? Oh, that's our shop. Yeah, we don't really have... Why don't we put the max here? Where is... Yeah, just in case. How are we doing here? Students... Yeah, I think we're okay. I put some more down in here as part of my shuffling people around during the little break. Yeah, you know, we've got educated, which is good. I think we could... We're really not doing anything with the workers here anyway. Let's up the number of professors we have coming in there to 45 anyway. Hopefully that'll get a few more people through there. We're not in some kind of crisis. Do we have any steel here? Nah. Okay. Good. So we got our car thing, I think, improved. We'll go back up right before we end the episode. And this guy's out of there. So hopefully... Is that him there? So he's just still driving around. At least he won't have to... No, that's not him. Well, wherever he is. Hopefully he's not... A lot of times it's... If you have question marks or issues, you can kind of see them. Especially if you don't have too many constructions blocking your view. So... Everything seems to be flowing. Our money is not going up, but we've spent some of it. Which is a problem or not. Yeah, how is this doing? Well, we have food. Oh, no food here. Oh, okay, because we have the train there. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're due, I think, for a little bit of a tune-up kind of a thing as well. All right, good. So I think we're in pretty good shape. The other thing I mentioned, I did say something in the beginning. And my overall, like, what is our next priority? Like, we got Moscow down there that we're kind of working on slowly but surely. And why would I do something else after Moscow? Moscow will be an improvement to our meat. We've got our improvement to our clothing going on the other side of Old Revergrad. There's no particular reason for us to build more in the way of quarries other than to maybe not be moving stone all around the map quite so much. Like, it would be beneficial when we go to build these things. There's no real reason for us to build cement or prefabs. And none of those three things are that great for exporting. So these are really kind of low priority. I think my next biggest priority really is I'm concerned when we go to fire. If we do get those steel mills fired up, I'm concerned about our power. So I think our next real construction effort is going to be getting down into here and getting some coal mines going near Bricksville. So expect that this would be the push. Now the problem is it's going to take a long time to build this bridge. So I'm going to try to keep them working on this as best we can along with all the other priorities. And this honestly is one of the reasons I just went and bought another set of vehicles for the other construction, because I want to move people into here. I want to get a couple construction offices going over in this area, and I'll move whatever from, like, by then hopefully we'll be done almost all of our construction over here. But we got really in this area 5 construction offices, so we don't need that many. Like, these guys are sitting here now with not doing anything just because I was sort of waiting to build some houses, which maybe we'll take care of that right here at the end of the episode. We'll just get them doing a few more of these houses that had burnt down, if nothing else. So what is that? Is that a house? Oh yeah, just a different one. What, was I on drugs when I decided to build that one? Oh no, that's all these little ones. I'm sorry. No, I'm not on drugs. It just seems that way some days. Yeah, let's build 4 of them. And then this guy can help. See if we get the same 4. I think it was this one, and this one. Close enough. Doesn't matter. So that should help alleviate our plus 21 issue. So the reason I just did that was because I didn't want to do that. I can always shuffle people back around to come over to here, and I don't necessarily need our population growing out of control, but you know, it'll be good to get people down there. So I was sort of, when I got down to 0 plus 21s, I was thinking this would be done a little bit sooner, but that was before I realized, well, no, you really need to get all of this rail done. Speaking of which, this guy is in need of another task, I am sure, and this task, yeah, see, this guy's not quite up to those bridges, a little disappointing. There we go. He can come in here and try to start working on that. And are we done the roads? No. So we need to get these roads and get this construction over here. That way I can finish this loop. Even if we don't end up using that train station right away, we can at least get this loop worked on. So at some point it might make sense to maybe connect these 2 up. We'll see. But we're not in that much of a hurry, are we? The faster we get done, the faster we just end up being done with the map. And I'm going to be sad the day we're done with this map. All right, well, there we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.